Star Wars Ahsoka series. Everything you must know. In the last 2 years, there's been an awakening within the Star Wars franchise, previously associated exclusively to the cinema, unless you count the likes of inconsequential and non-canon animated throwbacks such as Ewoks and Droids.
Position is down there.
The faraway galaxy has found a second home on Disney with a new wave of television shows. The Book of Boba Fett will stream later this year, while filming is already underway for Rogue One prequel show Andor and the long-awaited Obi-Wan Kenobi.
There's a thing that swallows you. It holds you together when it's tearing you apart.
But there's also a live-action Ahsoka series on the horizon. Not many details have been released for the upcoming series, but we've reached out to the Force for everything we can find. So here's everything to know about the Ahsoka series so far. Be warned, there may be some serious spoilers for various Star Wars movies and TV shows ahead, if you're caught up. Ahsoka Tano. If you aren't familiar with the character, then here's a crash course on everything you need to know about Ahsoka Tano.
You're reckless, little one. You never would have made it as Obi-Wan.
Star Wars Ahsoka stars Rosario Dawson as the titular Ahsoka Tano, a former Padawan or apprentice of Anakin Skywalker, the latter of whom famously goes on to embrace the dark side as Darth Vader. Dawson will reprise the role which she first played in an episode of Season 2 of The Mandalorian. She first appeared in The Clone Wars as a young apprentice to Anakin Skywalker. As the wars raged, she grew into a capable young Padawan, but would ultimately leave the Order after becoming disenfranchised. She returned to the fold in later years in Rebels, during the height of the Empire, and was reunited with Anakin as Darth Vader in an explosive lightsaber duel. Now, Ahsoka denounces her Jedi title. However, she remains a powerful Force user and lightsaber wielder, which is evident from her appearance in The Mandalorian. All about the Star Wars Ahsoka. The timeline. In the years between the end of Return of the Jedi and her appearance of The Mandalorian Season 2, which is some 5 years after the end of the original trilogy, there's no material on Ahsoka's whereabouts or what she was up to. The same can be said about the time between her disappearance in Season 2 of Rebels and her reappearance in the final season's epilogue, a year after Return of the Jedi. So when is Ahsoka's series set? Here's what Lucasfilm's president Kathleen Kennedy said last year regarding the timeline of all the upcoming live-action shows. Today, I'm excited to share with you that John and Dave are currently developing 2 new spin-off series exclusively for Disney+. One, The Rangers of the New Republic, and the other featuring fan-favorite Ahsoka Tano. Set within the timeline of The Mandalorian, these interconnected shows, along with future stories, will excite new audiences, embrace our most passionate fans, and will culminate in a climactic story event.
I've seen what such feelings can do to a fully trained Jedi Knight.
Now that we know the show will take place during the timeline of The Mandalorian, it's likely that we will pick up some time after we last saw Ahsoka, which was on the forced planet of Corvus, following her encounter with Din Djarin and Grogu. The plot. Very little has been released about the show's plot, but the official Star Wars website StarWars.com does state the following. After making her long-awaited live-action debut in The Mandalorian, Ahsoka Tano's story, written by Dave Filoni, will continue in a limited series starring Rosario Dawson and is executively produced by Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. Of course, this doesn't reveal too much at all, other than that the show will at some point exist. But if we look back to the Jedi Ahsoka's backdoor pilot episode in The Mandalorian Season 2,
"This isn't about you. I can't stay here any longer."
There are plenty of clues as to where her journey will take her. We meet her on Corvus, a barren wasteland where she appears to be in exile, like many other Jedi throughout the galaxy who survived the Great Jedi Purge. While Ahsoka no longer seems to be in contact with other Jedi,
You never would have made it as Obi-Wan's Padawan.
she does seem to be on a mission, one that involves finding the whereabouts of Ezra Bridger, the young Jedi from the animated show Rebels. She doesn't say his name, but during her fight with Elsbeth, she does demand to know where Grand Admiral Thrawn is. Thrawn is a villain from Rebels, and the last time we see him was at the end of the show, when Ezra sacrifices himself to take down the Imperial officer by drawing him into a sort of natural hyperspace, leaving both of their fates unknown. When Rebels draws to a close, we jump forward to a year after Return of the Jedi, when Ahsoka reappears to meet with Sabine Wren, so that they can both begin their search for Ezra. Since her debut in the Clone Wars in 2008, Ahsoka Tano has become one of the most beloved characters in the franchise, and has since appeared in Rebels and The Mandalorian. The Ahsoka series will see the return of Rosario Dawson, who previously brought the animated-only character, voiced by Ashley Eckstein, who can also be heard in the sequel trilogy's The Rise of Skywalker, to life in Season 2 of The Mandalorian. While no other cast members besides Dawson has been confirmed, there is plenty of speculation about other returning characters. Live-action Aladdin actor Amina Masad is rumored to be playing an older Ezra Bridger, while a more recent rumor suggests Barriss Offee, a fellow Padawan from the Clone Wars who played a pivotal role in Ahsoka's journey, will be making an appearance. As well as Mina Massoud rumored to be played Ezra Bridger, Lars Mikkelsen is also rumored to be playing Grand Admiral Thrawn. Hayden Christensen is now also confirmed to be appearing. In November, it was confirmed that the 27-year-old actress Natasha Liu Bordizio will be playing Star Wars Rebels character Sabine Wren in the upcoming series. Pacific Rim Uprising star Ivana Sagno has also been confirmed to have a role. Perhaps the most intriguing possibility for the Ahsoka cast, though, would be a return from Digital Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker. As the two most powerful known Force practitioners in the galaxy, they'd surely have plenty to talk about, as well as reminiscing about Luke's dad.
You are beat.
They could discuss why Ahsoka turned down the opportunity to train Grogu,
Grogu?
Yes.
while Luke grabbed the opportunity with two hands. More news. A year ago, Lucasfilm announced an onslaught of Star Wars programming. Ahsoka the series is happening. The buzz around it is definitely potentially deafening within some fanatic corners. Every little news bit sparks curiosity and excitement. We will gobble it all up until the show is streaming on our Disney Plus machine. In a recent interview, Dave Filoni spoke briefly about what's going on with Ahsoka. On the writing process, he said, "It's thrilling, I gotta tell ya. Duh, Ahsoka is his baby." As co-creator, he slowly brought her to life, pushing her narrative to a central role, eventually elevating her arc as the prime story in the Clone Wars Season 7. The new series promises to reveal her importance to the audience that simply won't touch cartoons, but in doing so, may steer a few of them back to the animated universe. The quest will possibly take them into the stranger, more mystical realms. The Jedi Kid was swept into hyperspace by the Force-friendly creatures called Purgil. These beautiful beasties are connected to the Force on a profound and possibly unknowable level. We've seen the space magic in action, lifting rocks, tossing folks from here to there, etc. But Star Wars has never fully committed to exploring this religious power. Meanwhile, there might be no trailer insight for the Ahsoka series, which is no surprise considering it hasn't even started filming yet. But there's the official poster fans can chew on and try to decipher in the meantime. And unlike The Mandalorian, Ahsoka will be a limited series, much like MCU's WandaVision and Loki. The number of episodes is yet to be confirmed. However, the magic number is usually 6 or 8. Ahsoka is set for release sometime during 2022 on Disney+. Excited for Star Wars Ahsoka series? Bet you are. Given the things we know so far, what are your expectations and thoughts about this? Share your opinion in the comments section below and be heard. Share the Force with everyone by sharing this video and excite your friends of the upcoming series by visiting 10 Zone's Facebook and Instagram. Thank you for watching and see you again in the 10 Zone.